am a holistic nutritionist and I help women show up for their brightest lives. If you want support and encouragement for a wellness journey that's marked with peace and vibrance and freedom, you are in the right place. Hit subscribe below and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss new videos. I'm really excited to be sharing today's video because I have gotten so many requests from you guys over the last few months that I've been here on YouTube for a dedicated snack video. We tend to think of healthy snacks as not being satiating and delicious, so I am going to dispel that for you. I'm gonna share with you a little science behind why snacking can and should be a part of your healthy diet. I'm gonna teach you how to build a healthy snack, and we're gonna get super practical, and I'm gonna show you some of my favorite snacks, some easy recipes, and some great combinations for nourishing, well-balanced snacks. Okay, so first, why do snacks matter? I know that there is a lot of research circulating lately, a lot of nutrition headlines that say that you shouldn't snack and you should not eat between meals and you should eat in as short of window as possible. Now, if you haven't yet, I'm going to encourage you to watch this video after this one because I really break down why a lot of the nutrition headlines you hear are not necessarily appropriate for you and the choices you need to make for your body. But let me just say, I believe that snacking is incredibly important, especially for women who struggle with hormone and thyroid issues. If you're trying to regulate your hormones, one of the most important things you need to do is tell your body that it is safe. And one of the best ways to do that is to consistently nourish it and give it the fuel that it needs. If you're going 5, 6, 7 hours between eating, your body is starting to go, okay, when is my food coming? I'm needing some fuel. I need to get my blood sugar up, and it is starting to release cortisol. It is sending stress hormones through your body. And the truth is, cortisol feels really good. It feels really good. We feel great when we're running on cortisol. We've got that sharp brain energy. It suppresses our appetite, so we think, oh, I'm feeling great. I'm not hungry at all. Cortisol is meant to be a temporary fix in times of famine. It is not meant to be what our bodies run off of for a sustainable amount of time. And I am telling you, if you are a female who is struggling with balancing your hormones, or if you're struggling with an underactive thyroid, or if you've done dieting your entire life, you do not want to run off of cortisol. So I'm a huge believer that women need to be eating every 3 to 4 hours, which is why snacking is so important. Now, let's talk how to build a healthy snack. There are a few things that I like to consider when I'm thinking about nourishing my body. Number one, I'm always looking for bioavailable nutrients. Easily digestible bioavailable nutrients. This just means that these are nutrients in food that my body is easily able to extract nutrients from, digest easily, get what it needs from the food quickly and easily without a lot of strain on my digestive system or my hormone health. With that, I try to focus on real whole foods. And most importantly, when we are talking about a snack, number 3, it needs to have an appropriate balance of protein and carbs. Now, I'm not gonna get too far into this here in this video, but y'all should know there are 3 macronutrients: protein, carbs, and fat. All 3 of them are incredibly important for your body. If you want healthy hormones, a healthy, resilient body, you need to be consuming all 3 of them. Now, you'll notice I mentioned protein and carbs. I did not say anything about fat. Here's the thing, there is a minimum of fat you need to consume for healthy hormones. If you are eating whole foods, typically you're getting that fat in with your protein sources. So don't get me wrong, I'm cognizant of fat. I'm thinking about fat when I'm constructing a snack and a meal, but almost always the protein sources that I'm choosing contain fat. So I'm typically thinking more about the protein and the carbs and making sure that those are balanced in an adequate amount, and then the natural fat sources are coming along with that. Now, protein needs vary for everyone. I typically say women need to get at least 100 grams. Honestly, I shoot for a lot more than that. We typically can't use more than 30 to 35 grams of protein at a time. So if you sit down in one meal and consume 50 grams of protein, some of that extra protein is not actually getting used as protein in your body because your body can't keep up with all that at once, which is also why snacking is so helpful, because you give your body that time to actually absorb the protein that you're eating. So I shoot for at least 10 grams in a snack, and then I always want to complement that protein with a healthy whole food carb. If you are currently terrified of carbs, let me welcome you into the beautiful, glorious world where carbs are our friends. There's so much demonization of carbs out there, but let me tell you, you cannot have healthy hormones without eating carbs. The most important thing to do with carbs is just to balance them with a protein and a fat. This is oversimplified, but in a lot of ways you can think of the fact that carbohydrates raise your blood sugar sugar because they provide the sugar. The way our bodies digest protein, it actually has a blood sugar lowering effect. So if you're pairing the two and eating them at the same time, you're getting the nutrients that you need without spiking or dipping your blood sugar. Now that I told you how to build a snack, let's get into what you are actually here for. Let me share with you some of my favorite recipes and combinations for metabolism boosting, hormone supporting, blood sugar stabilizing, nourishing snack ideas.
All right, first up here we have hard-boiled eggs and cucumber. This is a common favorite for me. Eggs are a perfect protein, which means it's a protein our bodies can fully absorb. And when coming from quality pasture-raised chicken, they are loaded with extra vitamins like B vitamins, folate, choline, and they are really easy to prep. So I just hard-boil a bunch on the weekends. You guys saw this in my meal prep video. I always like to have hard-boiled eggs on hand for an easy source of protein. And cucumber is honestly just one of my favorite veggies. I love how nourishing and hydrating they are, and great they are on my digestion. And never forget the quality sea salt. There you go, snack number one. This is definitely a favorite for us. Now, as a gut health coach, you know I gotta mention my bone broth. Depending on how you cook your bone broth, a cup itself can have anywhere from 8 to 15 grams of protein. It's also super rich in vitamins and minerals and loaded with support for your gut lining. I have a recipe if you want to make your own, and I also have some favorite store-bought concentrate options if you want to check those out for ease. And of course, since we're pairing protein and carbs, we got to add some carbs to this bone broth. So I went for one of my favorite fruits, a mango. Up next, another favorite for me is a yogurt bowl. You can do grass-fed Greek yogurt, or this is Icelandic skyr. Can have up to 16 grams of protein per serving, and then of course we want to throw some carbs on there, so I often go for strawberries. You could do a little honey. I love a little chocolate granola and a few chocolate chips to make it extra sweet. If you get vanilla yogurt, this one seriously feels like such an indulgent treat, but it is so nourishing. It'll keep your blood sugar stable. It's a great bedtime snack option. Next up, a combo for the ages, cheese and fruit. You can look for grass-fed raw cheeses. I'm also a huge fan of Parmesan Reggiano or Pecorino Romano. Both of these are made in Italy, so they take much better care of their animals over there, but also harder cheeses typically are easier on digestion as well. And of course, again, we're pairing this with a fruit because we need that protein and carbs. Who doesn't love a good juicy kiwi? Great combo right here. This next one will not surprise you because you know I drink one every single day, an adrenal cocktail. I will link my recipe for you below. It is loaded with minerals to mitigate stress, and it is macro balanced, so it can be had on its own as a snack. This one has been a summer staple for me lately, protein chocolate milk. I'm telling you, it's so good. I'll put the exact recipe I use for you down below, and this protein powder is so good, guys. I can't even believe how good it tastes. Does not taste like protein. This seriously tastes like childhood chocolate milk. It is amazing. So refreshing, so delicious, so nourishing, so satiating. You'll love it. And finally, an easy on the go option, a chomp and a piece of fruit. I get asked a lot what kind of protein bars I recommend, and honestly, there are very few that pass my test. I would much rather have a chomp like this. It's just much better ingredients, better on your digestion, more bioavailable protein. I shared in my Trader Joe's video, I love to pair this with the dried mango, but also a easily portable piece of fruit like this would be perfect. Honestly, endless combinations. These are a few of my go-tos, but really just focus on pairing a protein and a carb. You'll be good. You'll be good to go. But I hope that you enjoy these options.
There you go, some healthy snack ideas. I really hope that this was helpful for you. I know that a lot of times when it comes to nourishing our bodies and fueling ourselves, we tend to overcomplicate it. My hope is that this, number one, shows you that you can and should snack. And number two, just gives you some easy, simple ideas to know that nourishing yourself can be enjoyable. It can taste good, it can feel good. But of course, these were just a few ideas. If you wanna see even more examples, I have so many in all of my What I Eat in a Day vlogs where I show you on a really practical level, on busy days, on crazy days, on days when I'm out of the house. I show you what it looks like to keep myself well nourished. So make sure you check out those What I Eat in a Days here and make sure you subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.